he was just so larger than life, wasn't he? But was he like that outside of the ring? Like, was there a Hulk and then a Terry?
You know what's amazing about him is, when I knew him, he was probably one of the most recognizable people on the planet. Not just wrestling, on the planet. I mean, that look, wherever he went, people knew who that man was. And you know what's really strange is when I show highlights of my wrestling career, and whenever I show a picture of me and Hulk Hogan, the crowd, the school that I'm at, always gives him the biggest applause. I mean, by far, he always gets the biggest applause at schools, and kids. I mean, they weren't even alive when he wrestled, and they still know who he is. But I mean, he just had a real soft side to him that, fortunately, I got to see that side or be around that side quite a bit, and the side that gave, the side that did the charity work, the side that helped other people. Ben and Ash, how many wrestlers say the reason they got into wrestling, just like you just said, is because of a man named Hulk Hogan? Yeah. This business would not be as big as it is today if it wasn't for a man named Hulk Hogan, 100%. Along with McMahon, who took this thing national. But he had to have a driving force. He had to have the engine to do this, and Hulk Hogan was definitely the engine.
And that is so true, Mark, 100%, especially when you ask people like Mount Rushmore, that conversation always comes up. And how can you not have Hulk Hogan as one of the people on that Mount Rushmore? The other three are debatable, but I think you gotta have Hulk. The other three you can kind of scramble with, but you gotta have Hulk on there, in my book, at least.
Absolutely, 100%. He is the number one person on that Mount Rushmore. You're right. The other three can be debated. There's a lot of, who should be on there, whether it's Flair or Austin or
Marc Mero.
Taker.
Yeah, there's so many you could mix in there, but you cannot do it without a Hulk Hogan on that Mount Rushmore.
No, and I think when you come to mainstream, I mean, I was having this conversation with someone earlier today, probably the only two wrestlers on the planet that everyone knows are Hulk Hogan and The Rock. They're probably the only two names and even if you don't know exactly who Hulk Hogan was or is, you recognize him. I think anyone who saw him would recognize the yellow and red and the Fu Manchu and everything. He was iconic to the point of just global recognition, wasn't he?
I mean, I just want to say something like, my mom doesn't watch wrestling. She can't sit in front of the TV, but she knows Hulk Hogan. So when she was flying to come and see me a couple of years ago, she still got quite a few of my action figures in my old wardrobe. So I'm like, Mom, can you bring some of my action figures? Because I want to give them to my son. And she's going through them. She's like, which ones should I bring? Should I bring Hulk Hogan? I was like, oh, definitely. Yeah, bring Hulk Hogan, because I want to tell my kid about it. And just to say, Mark, I've got an action figure of you as well, the Johnny B. Bad. So, it's still there in the old cupboard. That'll make its way to UK soon as well. But yeah, awesome. When she asked me, I'm like, yeah, Mom, bring Hulk Hogan for sure.
So there's a photo that was going around, Mark, especially it's been going around a lot over the last week. I saw it on quite a few news sites. It's you and Hulk and Rena and Kid Rock. When was that photo taken?
That was at the Hard Rock Cafe in Orlando, Florida. Hulk invited us out to, just hang out, and Kid Rock was going to be there. So we all got together and just hung out together. And what a fun night that was, man. But again, Hulk including, his friends and things that he was involved in. And that was how he was. He always liked to have his friends around. And it was a night that I'll never forget. I mean, hanging out with Hulk Hogan, but meeting Kid Rock on the same night was pretty cool.